And we begin here with the investigation into LAUSD Superintendent Alberto Carvalho.
Today, federal agents raided his San Pedro home, his school district headquarters office, and a Florida home connected to him.
That's right. We have live team coverage beginning with CBS LA senior investigative reporter Ross Palumbo live in San Pedro, learning more about what led up to the raids. Ross?
Well, Juan and Amy, that raid happening right here at Carvalho's private home just before dawn. We have never seen anything like this with a sitting LAUSD superintendent. The FBI at this hour still not telling us exactly what they were looking for, but sources are telling me that this is somehow related to allegations of a financial crime.
Well. This is the moment the story became impossible to ignore. We have FBI agents at the home of the man running the LAUSD. Search warrants at district headquarters. The superintendent placed on paid leave, then months later, he resigns. But let me tell you something important. This didn't just come out of nowhere. No. This is not just about one AI chatbot. No. This is not just about one superintendent. You know what it's about. This is about a system that keeps using the same emotional shield every time public money is involved. They say it's for the kids. They say it's for equity. They love that word, equity. They say it's for the future. But then the money seems to move, then the program collapses. Then the public gets statements, lawyers, closed-door meetings, and no clean answers. And somehow the people paying for all of it are supposed to just move on. Before the FBI ever even showed up, the warning signs were already there.
Well, it's actually the former superintendent that's spearheading this lawsuit that was just filed a few minutes ago over millions of dollars that he helped the district get. Austin Butner was the man behind Proposition 28. You may remember it. The biggest stars in Hollywood helped him get nearly $1 billion set aside specifically for new art teachers and classes. LAUSD got a big portion of that money, but now the former superintendent and parents say those millions weren't spent properly. And they say that the district and Carvalho tried to cover it up.
There it is. That clip is from a year ago. That clip was before the resignation, before everybody started acting like they were shocked. LAUSD was already being accused of mishandling money that was supposed to go towards students. And that is why this matters, because when the public hears arts and music, they think about the kids. They think about opportunity. They think about a child discovering dance, music, theater, painting, something that gives them confidence, something that gives them discipline, something that gives them direction. But behind all of that emotional language is the real question. You know what question that is. Where did the money go? Because this is what keeps happening on and on and on in Los Angeles, California. They attach children to the sales pitch. They attach this magical world equity to the sales pitch. They attach the future to the sales pitch. And then when people ask for receipts, suddenly everything becomes technical. Suddenly everything becomes legal and complicated, hard to explain. No. If the money was for kids, the results should be easy to see, right? If it was really for the kids, why is it so hard to explain where the money went?
And it passed overwhelmingly across California by 70% here in Los Angeles County.
$1 billion more for arts and music education.
Now there's nearly $1 billion in additional art funding for all schools, with a larger portion promised to underserved communities and a full 80% specifically earmarked to hire new art teachers.
That is so beautiful.
But after the applause, after LAUSD got the largest arts funding check in the state, parents began noticing a problem.
The district was not doing what they were intended to do with the money.
You don't believe the money was coming to your school?
Absolutely.
For the arts program?
Absolutely.
Did you see more teachers at your school?
No.
Did you see more programs?
No.
Did you see more arts in general?
No.
And what did you think about that?
I was furious.
How much did LAUSD get?
$77 million.
$77 million. And how much of that went to new teachers?
You can tell this is a zero, right?
Former Superintendent Austin Butner and these heads of LAUSD's largest unions say 0 teachers means 0 real growth in arts education, the very reason he wrote and they backed the law.
That is the part right there that should make every taxpayer in California say, hold on. Hold on. The voters approved it. The money came in. The promise, crystal clear, it's going to be more arts, It's going to be more music. It's going to be more opportunity. It's going to be more teachers. And then parents are asking a very simple question. Where are the programs? Where are the teachers? Where is the difference in the classroom? This is why people are tired of this. Because the system is never confused when it's time to collect that money. They know exactly how to collect the taxes. They know exactly how to pass bonds. They know exactly how to ask for more funding. But when people ask, what happened after that money came in, suddenly nobody can give a straight answer. And that is the pattern. That's the pattern. Big smiles, beautiful speeches, children standing in the background. Then millions move through the system and the same families are still waiting for what they were promised. They are never confused when they collect the money. They're only confused when we ask, where did the money go?
The founder of a tech startup who is facing federal fraud charges was also in charge of a local school.
Joanna Smith Griffin is accused of receiving nearly $10 million from investors and using the money to buy a house and pay for her wedding. WRL's Destiny Patterson reports from Guidepost Montessori in Spruce Tree, where Griffin had recently taken a leadership position.
Federal authorities say that Joanna Smith Griffin orchestrated a deliberate and calculated scheme through her AI tech startup. Most surprised to hear these accusations, parents of students at this private school here in Northeast Raleigh, where she served as head of the school. A WRAL viewer shared this email sent out to families back in August, welcoming Joanna Griffin as the new head of the school. Outside of her work here, she led her AI tech startup company, All Here Education, that was once listed under Forbes's 30 Under 30. The company focused on reducing absenteeism and increasing student and family engagement. Barely 3 months after this announcement, she now faces several federal fraud charges. Court documents say Griffin, quote, repeatedly misled investors, employees, and customers by inflating All Here's revenue. In total, court documents say Griffin fraudulently obtained nearly $10 million from investors and then used some of the money to pay for her house and her wedding.
And now connect that to the AI scandal. LAUSD promoted this shiny new AI future, a chatbot, a learning assistant, a tool that was supposed to help students get ahead, students and families. But again, I need you to listen to the language. Innovation, equity, access, the future. But then the company behind it collapses. The founder gets charged in a federal fraud case. The project gets terminated. Millions were already paid. Now, the superintendent is gone after FBI searches. To be clear, Carvalho has denied any wrongdoing, and at this particular time, no charges have been filed against him. But the public still has every right to ask, who vetted this company? Who signed off? Who was protecting student data? Who was protecting taxpayer money? And why does accountability in Los Angeles always seem to arrive after the damage has already been done? This was not just an AI failure. This was a public trust failure.
A lawmaker from Culver City is not only strongly urging the state to step in, he's also sent off this formal letter officially requesting an audit from the Joint Legislative Audit Committee. And that's huge. It could spark a forensic audit. This all began when voters passed Prop 28 more than 2 years ago. Hollywood's biggest stars lobbied for it, like Barbra Streisand and Quincy Jones, and it passed overwhelmingly, setting aside $1 billion for arts funding. 80% of that was to hire new teachers. LAUSD got $77 million the first year, but parents and former Superintendent Austin Buettner filed suit just last month, not only against Los Angeles Unified, but against the current superintendent, Alberto Carvalho, saying they, quote, defrauded the state of California and its taxpayers over millions of dollars in funding that was not used to hire new art teachers, and that hundreds of thousands of students have been harmed. Now Assemblymember Isaac Bryan wants the state to get some answers.
This is the part I need everybody to wake up. Because folks are still not getting it. You're getting it because you're watching this video. So obviously you're getting it. But I know a lot of people who will not wake up for nothing in the world. It's time that we not just get mad for 10 minutes and move on. It's time that we stop just commenting online. We have to actually wake up and get active, because this is how the system survives. They put a smiling face in front of you. They speak softly. They say all the right words. They tell you they care about the kids. They care about the working families. Of course, equity, once again, education and opportunity. Then your taxes go up. Your cost of living up. Your schools keep struggling. Your neighborhoods keep declining. And the same people who helped create the mess come back asking for more money, more trust, more power. And at some point, we, the public, we have to stop being hypnotized by presentation. We got to stop voting for smiles. We got to stop voting for politicians standing in front of hamburger stands at parties and stuff like that. Stop celebrating titles. We got to start demanding receipts. Where did that money go? We need to start showing up at board meetings. We need to submit public comment. Demand independent audits. Demand every dollar be explained in plain English. We can do it peacefully, do it legally, do it publicly. Because taxpayers, you, me, we are not an ATM machine for broken systems. And our children should not be used as a shield for money games. Please, stop voting for smiles. Start demanding receipts. Let me say this clearly. These are allegations, investigations, lawsuits, public reports. Everybody deserves due process, but due process does not mean the public has to be silent. Due process does not mean taxpayers stop asking questions. Due process does not mean parents stop demanding answers. Because when public money is involved, when our money is involved, the public is not being nosy. We, the public, we are the boss. LAUSD does not belong to executives. It does not belong to consultants. It does not belong to vendors. It does not belong to political insiders. LAUSD belongs to the families, to the students, to the teachers, and the taxpayers who fund it. And this is the real issue in California. The people destroying your quality of life do not always look like villains. Sometimes they smile. Sometimes they speak softly like Gavin Newsom. Sometimes they stand next to children like Karen Bass. Sometimes they tell you they're protecting you. But if your taxes keep going up and up and up and up and up, if your schools keep failing, if your streets keep getting worse, your cost of living keeps crushing you, and nobody for some reason can ever clearly explain where the money went, at some point you have to ask yourself, are these people helping us? Or are these people managing our decline while selling us hope? So the question is simple. Are we finally going to demand accountability? Or are we going to let them smile, speak soft, and rob us blind, one program at a time? I'm Wolf Kage. This is Wolf Kage, Los Angeles. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Until the next time. Peace.